represent more than 200 victims who were injured mentally, physically, and psychologically at the Astro World Festival. Obviously, some of these victims have been catastrophically injured, who we represent, and fatally injured and are fighting for their lives. At the outset, we continue to ask for prayers for 9-year-old Ezra Blunt. We are praying for a miracle with his parents and his entire family at this time. This morning, we are announcing the filing of over 90 more lawsuits in this matter, now that we have collected the information and the details and the evidence that they were present at the festival, that they sustained injuries at the festival, and that we will make sure that they get justice, because this should have never, ever happened. You're going to hear from several people this morning that is just symbolic of the number of people who we represent that were physically able to come and be here with us today. Some of them are not physically able to come. Some of them, for psychological reasons, are still haunted by what happened that night. As I told you, Attorney Hilliard, Hilliard, Martinez, and Gonzalez, based here in Texas. Attorney Darren Miller, based here in Houston, Texas. Attorney Ray Shackelford, based here in Houston, Texas. Marion Tolan and Charlie Jones from my office here are present. But most importantly, the people present with me are Miss Gertrude Daughtry, who is seated here because she has severe injuries to her shoulders, her legs, her ankle, most prominent, and the fact that she was on the ground for 15 minutes struggling to breathe. You're going to hear from Rena Ihita, who is experiencing severe post-traumatic stress disorder after witnessing people right near her carried out on stretchers, and she also was caught up in the melee. You're going to hear from Dijon Isaac, who was trampled and stomped and had tried to help people who he saw on the ground. You're going to hear from Bryce Nunn, who may be a little delayed trying to find parking, but he has a dislocated knee in his own knee crutches to walk. Miss Unica Smith is going to talk to you about how she was crushed, how after she fainted, and how she didn't know if she was going to make it or not, and how she continues to have the recurring nightmare of what happened. And let me, before Attorney Alex Hilliard comes and talk to you about some of the details in the lawsuit that was drafted. This is not just about making sure we get justice for these people who have been severely injured. It is also about making sure that Live Nation and all of the organizers, promoters, and anybody else who had anything to do with the failure here that caused people to lose their children. I mean, families lost their high school children.
Good blessings, my brothers and sisters in this truth. All praises to the Most High. Through our Savior's name, let's get our sword out the mud. Brothers and sisters, body language. And also, check out Looney Coleon. Name of the album is In the Mouth of Madness. Check out the album cover. Brothers and sisters, I love you. Y'all stay prayerful. Keep it lamps filled with light.
Their college children. People were injured greatly. And nobody should ever die from going to a concert. So this lawsuit is not just about getting justice for them, but it's about making sure that the promoters and the organizers know that you cannot allow this to ever happen in the future, even if you have to immediately stop the concert. And we understand, Attorney Hilliard, that there were several people who could have stopped this concert when we saw these tragic circumstances start to occur around the 9:05 time. And we